a thing. It all started about 7 years ago. That was when I joined my husband. Yeah, my husband has been in the business for a while. But when we started initially, whenever we produce, especially our tomatoes and our pepper, there is this rush to sell. Because if you do not sell it on time, it will get bad. There are some times when I have few tomatoes and pepper, I can keep some in my freezer or in my fridge, but that is not enough. But with this cold storage of a thing that was being given to us, that was brought here, we're able to produce more. Whenever we produce, if we cannot sell it on time, we can keep some. There's no rush in selling. We can sell at our own time.
We deal with perishable market crops. I do tomato, cucumber, sweet corn, okra, ugu vegetable, watermelon, water leaf, and mention all these crops. They are all perishable. Like a tomato. Tomato is everyday use. So then you now ask me how to store tomato in a place, in a way that it can last long, that we don't need to force it to the market. But this storage of a things coming up now, which is KAMIM, is another plus to us. So which means I don't need to force my market, I don't need to force my produce to the market anyhow. So which means I have bargain power to sell at my own time.
With our partners, KAMIM Technologies, what we are looking to achieve is to see how we can put the nexus of sustainable energy towards sustainable agriculture. With this solution, we are also looking into the space of circular economy. And as you can see behind me here, we have a cooling solution that is designed through discarded generators. And with this solution, we are looking to eliminate over 2.11 metric tons of emissions in the next 5 years. Join us as we ensure to drive the necessary solution that would ensure that we achieve net zero by 2050 globally and by 2060 in Nigeria.
I know what it takes. First, you are going to use by planting, by growing from the nursery to the planting stage. So I can really say for sure that my produce are in safe hands because I have where I'm going to store them, and that gives me a very high purchasing power, whereby I don't really need to search for anyone looking to buy my produce because I have where I'm going to put them, where it's going to increase the shelf life of the produce by putting them inside the storage.
The produce I farm, cucumber, lettuce, tomato, sweet corn, bell pepper, habanero, kale. On days where I have excess produce, I sun dry some of them because I have customers that demand for them, and the remaining ones I take them to the cold room because the cold room helps to extend the shelf life of the produce.
We deal with perishables, and so once we don't sell immediately, they tend to get spoiled within a very short period of time. So this comes for the need for cold storage. And thank God for KAMIM Technologies that is coming down to our base. I believe we will no longer have the post-harvest loss. So any excess we have at hand can easily be taken to KAMIM Technologies cold storage, pending when buyers come on board.
It is no news what is happening in the country. After all the education we get, people are still jobless. And for one reason or the other, we bet poverty, either consciously or unconsciously. But as a farmer, as somebody who left the financial industry to become a farmer, I decided to learn from the very basics until where I am today. Today, the story is different. Today, the story has improved because of a lot of collaborations from partners like KAMIM working together. If you look at my shed, you see Agro aggregate. What we do here, we aggregate agricultural produce. We aggregate vegetables, whether be it exotic or local vegetables. We also directly impact the farmers by helping them to preserve their produce. As you can see here, these are fresh produce from the farm. Here we have the tomatoes, here we have the sweet corn, here we have the hot peppers, and here we have the chili peppers.
Mo ti ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń bá wọn ṣe. Tẹ́ bá gbé ewédú wá, máa bá yín pákéjì ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé tòmátò, máa bá yín pákéjì ẹ̀. Bó ṣe atarodo lẹ́gbẹ́, máa bá yín pákéjì ẹ̀. Bó ṣe ṣọ̀m̀bọ̀ náà lẹ́gbẹ́, máa bá yín pákéjì ẹ̀. Bó ṣe àgbàdo lẹ́gbẹ́, máa pákéjì ẹ̀. Àtìgbà tá a ti ń lọ sóko àgbàdo yìí, èmi máa ti bàjẹ́ lóko, ó máa ti dànù lóko àwọn alágbàdo yẹn. Nọ́mbà tó ń dẹ̀ ti ń gbé wá nísìnyí, ó ti ń da torí ẹ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ yìí. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níbà, iṣẹ́ tó dáa ni, iṣẹ́ tó mú owó wá, tó mú ọpọlọ wá, tó mú iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe wá. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa darapọ̀ mọ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níbà tó ní rí èrè. Táyọ̀ ni máa kú, fẹ́ máa rí pé wọ́n bá ń ṣe ó dáa.
Now, within this environment, farmers don't need to sleep and have a heart attack, because even when they don't finish selling or they don't finish sales of their harvested produce, we keep the produce here fresh for them, fresh and fresh, still maintaining the very taste that they desire and of course value. Now, by so doing, farmer will make more money because they are not under pressure to sell at a ridiculous price just because they don't want to lose their produce. I want to say thank you to KAMIM Technologies for giving us hope, for giving us the push to produce more, because before they came, we actually restricted our production. I know you are surprised I'm eating fresh corn. No, this is a vegetable kind of corn called sweet corn, grown here in our land. I just want to leave you with the simple understanding that life is a choice. And like I said earlier, agriculture is a battle against poverty, not against your neighbor. Be wise.
KAMIM Technologies is an engineering, procurement and construction company that prides itself on the research, design and development of bespoke infrastructure projects. And when we heard about the Zero Emission Circularity Challenge, knowing that we have a strong team with solid technical expertise, we knew this was something we could design and also develop. But also going beyond being able to deliver engineering projects, we knew that there was a need to take a people-centered approach, collaborating with the community and working with local players to implement this project. And I think it's quite amazing what we can do when we collaborate. We're working with everyone in the sector, we're working with the government, we're working with the private entities, we're working with NGOs, and also we're working with the multinationals, and we want to get everybody involved. Nigeria has no business being food insecure. And also for the implementation of this project, we place a high emphasis on quality and also perfection. With the design of our code room, we did something with the design that has not been done anywhere in the world as far as we know. And to ensure that we have a durable and also embrace circularity in our designs. This is not just a conventional code room, it's solar powered with emphasis placed on energy efficiency while designing the cooling systems. So you might say this is not the first solar powered cold room, but it's the first built with a circularity design in mind, and also first built with an integrated pack house for quality control, a digitized system to ensure end-to-end visibility. This project was funded by the UK government through the Carbon Trust under the Transforming Energy Access Programme, and it will run through a build, own and operate model by KAMIM Technologies for the continued benefit of the community and all other stakeholders. And this system is going to be commercialized, meaning it's going to be revenue generating, and it's not just going to be grant dependent. And it's important to have viable business models around this kind of infrastructure project if we truly want to be sustainable, while also it gives opportunity for private investment to scale up these solutions.